Hello everybody, my name is Mr. Pingwington and welcome back to my tutorial series. On today's episode, I'm going to show you how to build a super smelter. You will use this in your world to smelt cobblestone into stone into polished stone and all that stuff. You can also use it to cook and to do your ores, iron, gold, copper now. So let's get started. So right here are just about the materials that you will use, not in the specific amounts, but as we go along, I'll show you what you're gonna be needing. So the main ones will be your furnaces and your hoppers, rails, and redstone torches. Now you can substitute some blast furnaces and some smokers from some other furnaces, but that'll be up to you. Blast furnaces are used to smelt, your ores, your copper, your iron, your gold a lot faster, and smoker are for your foods. That'll be your steak, your potatoes, and all that stuff. And your furnace, can cook anything. And usually, you'll use it for cooking up your stone and all those other variants. So let's go and get started. So the premise is you are going to need 3 hoppers per furnace. The first hopper goes on the bottom, which would be your output. As you can tell, this right here is to the bottom hopper. So whenever something gets cooked, it'll get pulled out from the bottom and be placed in the chest. The second hopper will be on the back. This one will fill up your furnace. This is where you will put your coal or whatever you're using to, fire it up, and it will, cook it up. And then on the top is going to be the item that you want to be cooking. And this is pretty much an automatic smelter. All you gotta do is, put chests in each one of them with there you go. There you go. Automatic smelter. So to make a super smelter, we're just gonna make a big row of these. And to make it easier, we're just gonna do a bunch of hoppers in a line facing it into one another. So all of it feeds into one chest, all your output. As you can tell, you know which way it's facing, but the little extra little knob, that's where it connects. So let's go ahead and fill this up. Go, and I'll do the back for the fuel. And we gotta do the top now. Oh. Alright. So now that this is set up, you don't really want to be putting a chest on each single one of them. So that's what the rails and the minecarts are going to be used for. So let's go ahead and get rid of this. Alright. And let's set up our rails. Oh, we're also going to need some power rails. And some redstone torches, and we'll pull both out for right now. And let's go ahead and make this a double chest with the output. Now we need to set up Alright. And we do something similar over here on the back, other side. Alright, and then we gotta have our power rail. Let's do one line first. Power rail, 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 rail. 1, 2, 3, 4. Power rail, 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 4. Let's make this 5 and power rail, power rail. Like this, like this. There you go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do this. So you want to space your power rails accordingly. You know, because you lose speed. Your minecart will lose speed. You know, as it travels. And for each power rail you have here, you need to set up a torch, a red torch, you know, to power these rails. So this bottom ones, we want them to be always powered. So that should power. Wrong one. Here and power both. Yes. All right. So the reason why we put in the red torch one block farther away is if you power up the hoppers, you're gonna lock them, so it won't suck up any items, or any items inside won't be moved out. So you want to set up, you know, your rails to be powered one block away from the hoppers. And then for this one, on this side, we will use a lever. So we'll do here and here. All right, both powered. Yeah, just unnecessary right there. And for these, unfortunately, we need to set up red torches on a wall. There we go. And let's find out if it's locked. There you go. Items got sucked in. Item got sucked in. Now this is where the minecart comes in. So you can set up a minecart with a chest. Oh, there you go. I accidentally moved it. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen. And all you gotta do is come around and fill this up with, you know, coal or whatever, and then whatever you want to smelt on the top one. Oops. Turn them on and they'll go. And it'll slowly start filling up your array. And here they go, just back and forth. And once they're done or you want to fill up again, stop it. And it'll stop back here. Alright, and this is pretty much a super smelter. You can do other additions. Actually, we don't even need this one right here. With this one alone, you'll power both rails. Since this block becomes a power block, they get the rail on top of it, and the other rail is right next to it. So, one switch sends both of them flying. There it is. Now you can do other things to make it easier to restock. For example, you can lower this one block and just hide these underground. You know, you can have like a little door where you come in and just fill everything up and, you know, be on your way when you make a building for this. You can even set up, you know, some hoppers to fill up, you know, these chests. So it'll be like this. Yep. And you can do the same over here. You know, you can make a row hopper so the chest is all over here in the front. It's up to you how you want to do it. But let's go ahead and get some items to smelt. So get some coal and let's smelt some. What do you guys want to smelt? Let's do some rock, some stone. Actually, I got some cobblestone right here. So let's go ahead and take this back and put this here. And we'll put this here and let me get the wrong one. So we'll take this here and put this here, and we'll send it flying. Oh, they had some of the other stone in there. There we go. That's your super smelter. Quick and easy. Now you can make multiple of these, or you can even make it longer. The only limitation will be the speed at which, you know, your minecart is going to be moving around where it starts filling it up. You know, because if you make it too long and your minecarts aren't going to be fast enough eventually, where they'll fill up the fuel or the items and they'll start turning off while they wait for the minecart to come back and fill it up again, and you lose in efficiency, and it'll be very expensive because you need a lot of iron to make these, you know, and the rails, so in cobblestone. So it's gonna be up to you how big you want it. You know, you can make 3-4 rows, make a building. It's all up to you. Alright. Now this is super smelter. You know, be creative with your buildings. You know, this is pretty much the efficient way to do it. Especially if you're going to be doing large quantities. And I hope you learned something. Hope you like it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye bye.